Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This round I have some retro video game pickups to share with you guys. I'd like to apologize first though for the sound of my voice. I'm just getting over a cold, so I might cough occasionally depending on how much I talk in this video and the overall length of it, so just bear with me. I'm going to try to do my best. The reason why I thought that I need to make a video right now is because I have way too much stuff here and I don't want the video to be too long, so I thought it was about time to make another one. I actually got a bunch of stuff here, um, all uh, all of it pretty much accumulated over the course of the last 3 weeks. I want to say, yeah, about the last 3 weeks. With the oldest item being the first one I'm going to show you guys, and the newest stuff is going to be right at the end. So the first thing I want to show you guys here is just a standard gray N64 controller. It was $6.99. I don't remember if I had a discount on that. They are doing 30% off right now with the stamp cards, and I know that I've redeemed a couple so far, but honestly don't remember at this point. I did see another one pretty recently, but it was priced at $9.99 and it was the same gray color. But I was talking to an employee there, and he shared a lot of information with me about certain things at the store. And at the end of it, considering all the other stuff I was buying, I was like, it's okay, you can have the controller, because he really wanted to get another N64 controller. So I left that behind for him, but I did get this on an earlier day. Next up isn't a game, but it's still game related. It's the Japanese soundtrack for Dragon Quest VII on the PS1. I do believe I have this game, the Japanese version of this game, not the North American version, which kind of sucks, but honestly, actually, I think it was released in North America. I was just having a moment there I wasn't entirely remembering. But I saw the soundtrack and I was pretty much getting it for free from the thrift store just down the street from me because they have a special where it's buy any two DVDs, CDs, video games, anything like that, and you get the third one for free or some nonsense like that. So I got this for pretty much nothing. And I found it interesting enough, so I went ahead and grabbed this. Next up, I went to a Value Village I do not usually go to, and I was very happy that I ended up going to this one on this particular day because they actually had a bunch of stuff there. A whole bunch of Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, and actually Sega CD games as well. But the Game Boy Advance and Super Nintendo games they had were overpriced and nothing really worthwhile. So I didn't bother with any of that. But they did have these Sega CD games. There was one other game there that was Sega Classics and Echo the Dolphin, but it was missing the Sega Classics CD, so I didn't buy that. But they had these for $9.99 each, and I did have 30% off on these, so I got them for about $16 plus tax together. The first one is in the long box case. It's Mad Dog McCree shooting, and this one here is an FMV game, and I think I also have it for another console, but I don't entirely remember right now. But I saw this here, and it is pretty uncommon to find Sega CD games, especially in thrift stores here. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to buy that. But the next game that I saw, I was like, I'm definitely not leaving this behind. It was a copy of Sega CD, but just in the sort of flip case here, and I did keep the price tag inside. It was priced initially for $9.99. But yeah, the price tag was taped to the cover of it, and it was a bitch trying to remove it, but I got it off with like pretty much zero damage of any kind done to the cover of it. But it is slightly like dented around the corners especially. But the discs in both of them are in pretty much immaculate condition. Not that you can really tell on camera. And Mad Dog McCree also came with a little foam piece in the center as well. Sorry about the glare there. But yeah, that's two more Sega CD games for the collection. Even though I no longer have any Sega CD, working one or not, I'm still trying to track down another working Sega CD, but it's proving to be very, very difficult. Now, next up, sorry, I thought I banged my elbow there. Next up is a console that I got. I was very happy to see this. Not very happy with the price and not very happy with the condition, sadly. Just to give you an idea, this day I go to the Value Village I typically go to, and they had not only a boxed NES, but they also had a boxed Sega Genesis. Now, the boxed Sega Genesis was in worse condition, and not even for a second after initially looking at it did I think that I was going to buy it, because basically one side of the box was completely ripped off and duct taped around. So I did not buy that. But this here was in much better shape. It's the NES Action Set, and it was priced at $59.99, so $60. But thankfully, one of the employees there did give me the 30% discount, even though I didn't have a full stamp card. After the conversation that I was having with the supervisor that I was speaking to, their policy and the way that they handle customers at Value Village is just terrible. Pretty much, they were very adamant that they had tested out the system, even though it clearly was dirty as hell, didn't look like it would work, and also they have no way of actually testing it. What they did was probably just plug it in, press the power button, saw it power it on, and left it at that. But I brought it home, and it didn't end up working at all, and that kind of sucks. But most likely, with a very thorough cleaning, I might be able to get it to work. But for the time being, it's not in working condition. Even one of the controllers, the cable was chewed up, and what else was there? There's like a chip missing out of the light gun, and also the system itself is kind of yellowed. I'm not going to bother to take it all out of the box, but overall the condition of the box was good. The styrofoam insert was also in very good condition, and also the manuals were there, and the bags that everything was packaged in originally was included as well. So I thought, you know what, I ended up paying $47 including tax, so I went ahead and bought it. But the reason that I really felt somewhat okay with spending $47 on this was because inside of the console was a copy of Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, and at least locally this game sells for about $30 to $40. So I thought, you know what, at the end of the day, I get a box, the insert, the manuals, the baggies, and a copy of Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse for $47. Isn't the best deal, but it's fair enough. Now, we're going to try to wrap this up as fast as I can, but I have a very decent set of games to show you guys here, because I went to the Value Village again that I typically go to, and surprise, surprise, they had a whole bunch of Super Nintendo, N64, and NES games. Now, a lot of the games they had there were priced high. They were great. They were great games, but games that I already had. So there was no point in me purchasing them because I wouldn't be able to do anything with them. They had Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, A Link to the Past, and Donkey Kong Country, the first one, and Donkey Kong 64. But they were all priced at $14.99 and $19.99. And even though I got some of these games discounted with a 30% off card, it was just too much to pay and really wouldn't have made much sense for me to purchase. But I did purchase these 5 games, 3 N64 games and 2 Super Nintendo games. I'm going to show you guys the N64 games first. The first one is Resident Evil 2, and I was very happy that all these games, very first time I plugged them into the consoles, they worked immediately. Didn't have to do any cleaning of any kind to get them to work. So I'm very happy that the conditions on these games were very good. But to get an idea, all these games were priced at either $12.99 or $9.99, and I got them at 30% off each. So I don't know what that works out to exactly, but about $3 to $4 off, I want to say. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 was priced at $12.99, and I got it for 3% off. The next game, I did pay full price, but it was because I still needed more stamps to fill out my 30% off stamp card. So I paid full price for this one. They had this one marked at $19.99, but still a very decent price to pay for this game. Majora's Mask on the N64. It does have permanent marker on the sides and on the top, but at least the label is in very good condition. But I could just wipe that right off. And it even has the phone number to an old video store that was actually much closer to where I live than to where this Value Village is. So it's interesting to see that it made it all the way out to that store. To get an idea, this store is pretty much one block, I would say 1 block east of me, and then about a dozen blocks south of me, while the thrift store that I found this at is clear across the city. But yeah, I paid full price for that one, but pretty much to get the rest of these discounted. The last of the N64 games is Mario Party 2, and pretty much I already have both of these games, so I will be trading those off. Now, the 2 Super Nintendo games that I got, I was very happy to find these, and I will be keeping both of these. The first one is a copy of Super Mario All-Stars. I did not have any copy of this game at all. I do have, if you can see it over there, the 30th anniversary Super Mario All-Stars for the Wii. But I never had a copy of the original for the Super Nintendo. And that one was also priced at $12.99, but I got it 30% off. And the absolute best find, in my opinion, of these games is a copy of Contra 3, The Alien Wars. This game here is hard as hell, and I don't know if I will get back to playing it anytime soon. I tried playing it today just to make sure that it works, and it worked right away without any cleaning or anything. It is a little dirty across here, but you can't really see it. And the label is in pretty decent condition. Just a little dented near the bottom here. But this game is really, really, really hard. And I don't think that the Konami code works for this game either. So I don't know if I will really be able to enjoy this game to the fullest. I tried playing it, and to get an idea, I died pretty much halfway to the first level consistently, so it's going to prove to be a very difficult game. I haven't played any of the later Contra games, so I don't know if they get easier or harder after this one. If anybody out there has any idea, please just let me know in the comment section below. But basically, I got a whole bunch of games here. A boxed NES action set that's not in the best condition, but at least I have it in the box. Some Sega CD games and a couple of games to trade off as well. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, website. They're all linked in the description. In the description below. My voice is going to hell at this point. Just anything you want to say. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. In spite of my voice and how terrible it must sound. I guess I'll just leave it at this, and that's it. See ya.